Hey everyone, welcome to a YouTube video, and today we're going to be looking at a scenario where civilization starts over. And you might be wondering, where are we going to be starting? Well, we're going to be starting in this sort of Manchurian area, next to Korea. That's where we're going to be starting. So let's take a look into the scenario. So we're going to be seeing the first civilization pop up. And it's going to be this blue civilization. And currently they're small, but they wish to expand maybe over here some, or, maybe downwards. They might try to expand downwards. I'm going to increase the brush size, and they're going to begin exploring around their area and up into some other Manchurian areas. Now, currently, they don't have much people, but they are probably a monarchy, if I had to guess. And since they're a monarchy, they're going to keep trying to expand. They're not really an empire yet. There's too few people to be an empire, but yeah, we're going to see this blue Manchurian country form, and their capital is going to be, I'll probably get this part out of the video. Their capital is going to be right here. It's going to be the first city in the world. They're going to keep exploring into this peninsula, and well, they're kind of out of resources right now, so they have to stop exploring. So they take a little break. Currently, I'd say the starting era, they only have basic agricultural tools, but they still have enough to maintain a decent civilization. Now, we're going to be seeing a group travel west and try to find some more suitable areas for living. They're going to explore down this coast, and they're going to make it to this Pyongyang area, and they're going to explore a little more. Sorry for the lag on the video. There's probably going to be some lag. I have to record this on phone because my computer just does not like it when I talk and move like this at the same time. Kind of sucks, but I might eventually find out a way to fix that. Anyways, this red team, they're going to be done up to that point, and their capital will be right here. We'll make it go north a little bit. Right there. Now, these are the first two civilizations. They're pretty weak right now. They don't have a good army or anything. They're mainly focusing on building their economies. And we're going to see this Manchurian country. I don't have a river layers currently. That'll probably be added in the next episode. But we're going to see Manchuria explore two ways into this peninsula. I think it's the Shandong Peninsula. But we're going to see Manchurian explorers explore here. And they're actually going to set up kind of a colony, but not really. It's ancient times. They can't really set up a colony. We're going to set up some land over here, and it's going to be going pretty good for them. They're going to expand all the way, wrap around, meet up with their settlement, and they're going to keep going downwards. Meanwhile, Korea discovers the Sea of Japan, but they're going to name it the Sea of Korea because, of course, they found it. They don't really know it's a sea yet. They only have access to this little point. But yeah, things are going to be going well for these countries. Korea explores downward, And they're going to be probably taking some more land, as this tiny section isn't really enough land for how many people are in Korea. And I'm going to say the total population at this point is maybe around like 25,000. I think that's a good estimate. But yeah, the Manchurian country is going to discover the Korean country, and at first they're going to be mad, but they're like, we really can't do anything about it, so they're just going to let it be, and they're going to keep expanding. Not a lot of stuff is going on currently, but I swear it's going to get more interesting. And these explorers down here that are meant to just explore the coast, they are going to see this river down here, because I think there's a river down here, and they're going to be like, you know what, we're gonna settle down here. It's nicer, it's warmer, and they're going to be setting up this dark, hold on, wrong layer. They're going to be setting up this dark greenish country right here. And their capital will be right about here. I think this is close to the Shanghai area. I'm not sure though. Currently have 3 countries on the map, and there's going to be some more exploration into this area. They do have boats, but they're pretty weak. They're not very good boats. But they're going to be able to discover more land up here. This is kind of a big exploration. And we're going to be seeing Korea try to expand more. They're going to go up here, and Manchuria is also going to want to expand. They're going to expand right about here. But these two forces, they meet up with each other. These two expanding forces, they don't have very good weapons. They probably only have like torches. They might have some settling material. But the Koreans are going to... The Koreans are going to attempt to keep expanding this way. And Manchuria doesn't hear about this for a few months because, I mean, it's ancient civilization. But once they hear about this, they're gonna be really mad, and they're gonna be like, you know what, Korea, we're gonna declare war on you. So they push back these Korean forces, and they're like, we're gonna send in our own forces. They push all the way to here, and Korea, which is much weaker than Manchuria right now, they're going to be forced to surrender, and they're going to give up the land that the forces took. Manchuria is going to expand upward, and they're kind of going to attempt to cut Korea off. Let me fix these borders. And this green nation down here, this green nation is going to be exploring more. And expanding until they're eventually going to wrap around this whole explored coast. They're becoming very economically stable, and they're a pretty strong country. I'd say Korea's the weakest currently because they just lost a war. We're going to see Manchuria meet up with the land they took. And some more exploration is going to happen. The Koreans are going to explore down here. And they're going to discover this coastline. And they're going to discover this land too. And they're like, wait, we have a bunch more land that we can get. So, of course, they're going to be sending forces to take land. They're going to take the entire Korean peninsula, and this is going to give them a huge power boost. They're going to discover Busan. I think that's the name of the island. Then they're going to discover this Japanese isle. And they're going to keep discovering some. Let's just fill that in. They're going to set up a trading port, or just a settlement, on the Japanese Isles and Busan. Meanwhile, some of this more unexplored land is going to get explored by Manchuria. And they're going to see that it's really cold right here. And they're going to be like, yeah, no, let's turn around. They're going to go down. They're going to see this new green Chinese nation. And they're going to be like, well, we can only really go this way. Or we can go up. But they wouldn't want to go up because it's cold. So they're going to go here. And then they discover, like about here, it's still really cold and it's really mountainous and it kind of sucks to be here. Let's go back. They're going to just kind of expand the land that they've already found. And Korea is also going to expand. They're going to expand north. And they're going to take Vladivostok. And there's going to be some more explorers in Japan. They're curious to see what's going on here. It's really mountainous. Kind of ironically, some of this area near the starting area is pretty mountainous. So they don't have a lot of places they can expand. However, the Japanese Isles will be somewhat explored. And they'll explore up into Hokkaido. Where a new nation is going to be forming. That is kind of like an offshoot of Korea. They have the same culture, same ethnicity. They're going to have the same culture and same They're going to have the same culture and same ethnic. They're going to have the same culture and the same ethnicity. I'm going to put their capital here. And currently, I'd say the population it's gotten quite larger. It's probably about 100,000. We're probably in the year like 2000 BCE. Anyways, this green nation, they're going to keep kind of exploring. And they're going to set up a colony over here in Taiwan when they discover it. However, it's going to be very small, and the people of Taiwan, they don't really like this country. They want to form their own country, but for now, they'll have to stay in this green country. Korea is going to keep expanding into these Japanese Isles. And a new nation right here is going to be forming. It's going to be kind of lime-ish. it's going to be this color. The tennis ball color country. That's just what I'll call them. In this tennis ball color country, I mean, they can't really have their capital anywhere else than, like, right here. However, this tennis ball country has some ambitions. They want to expand north into the Shandong Peninsula, as they believe that if they can get this coastline, it's going to greatly benefit their country. Now, these guys, they're going to be a full-on military dictatorship. They do not like any of these countries, really. And they're going to start their invasion. They're going to go up into here and take all this land with little to no resistance. The Manchurians they don't really have any army mobilized, and they're just going to get swept. Now, this country, they're going to offer peace to Manchuria, and Manchuria is going to accept. They don't want the smoke. In this agreement, the tennis ball country, they're going to be expanding north. And yeah, that's probably going to do it for today's episode. And for the final thing that's going to happen in today's video is going to be more exploration by this green Chinese country. They're going to explore over here more, into southern China somewhat. They're going to explore more of northern Taiwan. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. More episodes are coming in the future. I hope you stay tuned.